Hey MJ traders and investors, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for an MJ Sector review. Today is Thursday, April 1st, and I am happy that it's a long weekend. Looking forward to the extra time off. So we'll jump into today's video. We didn't have much to cover today, so just going to go over a couple news articles, then we'll look at the Canadian and the US cannabis space and some charting. So before we jump in, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So 3 in 4 US voters support ending federal marijuana prohibition. New poll finds. New Mexico lawmakers approve potential 350 million recreational MJ market, and this comes about 7 hours ago, just after New York passed legalization and can expect sales to begin sometime in early 2020. Australian MJ sales to surpass 150 million in 2021. So lots of positive momentum and data trending up. So taking a look at CGC, we have a weekly inside bar on watch into next week. So we'll see how we open the week next week, but we are flirting with weekly downtrends here. So most important support is going to be 28.04 and the resistance here at 36.11, and then after that a lack of resistance all the way up until 56.50. So trying to fight off weekly downtrends on all of these names is basically the story here. So just keeping an eye on these weekly support levels, as if we set weekly downtrends, that's going to be a significant momentum shift. Check out my broader market video from earlier, but SPY is at all-time highs, closed over 400. First time it's ever reached that level, and the market is extremely strong, but MJ has been weak. So we could see some developments on the Safe Banking Act as well. Chuck Schumer essentially said that he should be filing that bill in a few days. So we could see some updates on that over the weekend and potentially into next week. So on the bear list, we had PWR, CanTrust, High Tide, and High Tide not seeing a very favorable reaction to its earnings. On the bull list, we had Labs, VLNS, PCLO, VFF, and TGOD. Taking a look at the weekly charts here on CGC, we are extremely bearish on the indicators here, and we're below the 10-week moving average. Again, weekly inside bar, we rejected at the 10-week moving average after holding it as support, and now we're confirming it as resistance. So 35.87 is going to be a key resistance level to get over as well. And we need to change daily trends on most names, set those weekly higher lows, and avoid weekly downtrends. But we could be seeing a bullish cross of the 50 weekly EMA, the weekly moving average through the 100 and the 200 weekly moving average. So that would be extremely bullish. And on the daily time frame, we are still holding the 100-day moving average. And that's going to be critical support down at 31.76 and $30 psychological. But after that, the 200-day moving average down at 24.45. So we're essentially within that range of the 50 and the 100, finding resistance at the 50 and support at the 100. So the 50-day moving average at 36.33 should be strong resistance as well. And keeping an eye on the weekly VWAP, we are holding it. We dipped below there briefly, but ultimately closed the week back above. And we're holding the 20 weekly moving average as well. Nice base of support forming there. So MSOS on the weekly, not a weekly inside bar. We broke to a lower low. We confirmed a weekly downtrend. So it is weaker. And this is the ETF that tracks all the US MJ names. But bulls are pleased with the size of this bounce. That is a decent bounce off the lows. And we had that gap fill. And we bounced essentially about 15%. So that's what bulls wanted to see, was we wanted to see this big enough bounce topped out at EMA 26, and now we'll look to scout a higher low at some point next week. Again, the market's closed tomorrow, so if we form a higher low around 41.50 and then break resistance here at 44.68, that will confirm a daily uptrend, and then we'll no longer be in a daily downtrend, and then we'll work on the weekly trend as well. But right now, the prevailing trend is down. We're in a weekly downtrend, and what happens if the S&P 500 loses its uptrend on the weekly? That's only going to hurt the MJ sector even more. So we need to be cautious out there. And like I said, weekly downtrend, potentially setting up for a weekly inside bar next week. So we'll be watching that, but we did break to a lower low this week, so it's clearly weaker than Canadian MJ. Harv, Bev, and TerraSend leading the bear list today. On the bull list, we had MJNA, Acreage, and BAM. So BAM, almost 5% on the day. That is one of my long-term holds at the moment as well. So we're going to end it there. Thanks so much for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth for a quick MJ sector review. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Happy Easter. Stay safe, and Hope you enjoy the extra time off. We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.